Welcome to this tutorial. My name is Emmanuel. In this tutorial, we'll be creating the sample of the flyer we have on our screen here. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new to the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other people, and kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get started. Now the first thing we want to do is to hit on the delete button to delete this image that we have here. Next up, we head on to the three dot here and image size. The size for this design is 1280 by 1280 pixels, and we'll click OK. Next up, we want to head on to the plus icon and to gallery to add the resource for this design. And if you want to try this out, I'll leave the link to this resource in the description of this video so that you can download it and try your hands on this. Now that we have our background, we want to head on to the layers panel and we'll lock it so as to have it in place. So the next thing we'll be adding is our text, and we'll head on to the plus icon and we'll type our text. And the first thing we have there is "We are a creative." So that's the first text we have there, and we have it there nicely. So next up, we want to head on to text option, and then we'll head on to fonts, and we want to change the font to this, and we'll click OK. And then we'll head on to color, and we'll change it from what we have there to a black color, and we'll click OK. And we want to scale it a little bit up, and we have it somewhere here nicely. So the next thing we want to do is to go to the plus icon and to add the second text that we have, and we'll edit it. And this time around, we're going to type digital agency, and we have it there, and we'll click on OK. So now that we have it there, we'll head on to color, and then we'll give it this shade of dark red, and then we have it there nicely. And now that we have it here, we'll head on to font, and we'll change the font to this font that I have here, Acrobat Black. If you don't know how to install font on Pixellab, I will leave a link in the description of this video on how to install fonts on Pixellab so that you can get your new font on Pixellab. So the next thing we want to add is to add our agency logo, and I already have it here. I will simply head onto my layers panel and I'll just reveal it onto my design. So we have our agency logo over there, and we'll just leave it there nicely. So the next thing we want to do is to add our subject, and to do that, I already have my subject in place just to save us time. So I will just head on to the layers panel, and then I'll reveal my subject. Head on to my layers and I'll reveal my subject, and we have it there nicely. Now I want to show you how to create this effect on Pixellab, because my subjects are supposed to be 3, so I just made them 2 so that I will just do the last one. So we have this here, and we'll just scale it up like this, and we have it over here nicely, and we'll scale it down all the way this way and all the way this way, and we have it there nicely. So we'll check and we'll drag it across and we'll bring it over here. So the next thing we want to do is to head on to color, and we're going to change the color of this to that yellow color there. So we use the color picker to pick our color from this. So we'll pick this color here, and then we'll check, and we have it there nicely. So the next thing we want to do is to import our subject. But before we import our subject, we want to give that curve effect that we have there. So we'll head on to the plus icon, and then we'll add a shape, and with our shape there, we'll just reduce it a little bit and we'll check. So we want to rotate it this way, and then we'll position it over here. Just rotate it a little bit, and we'll position it over here nicely. I will head on to the layers panel, and we'll merge these two layers together, this and this, and we'll merge them together, and we have the two layers together. And we'll head on to erase color here. We have erase color, and we'll enable it, and the white color is gone, and we have that effect over here, and we'll click OK. So the next thing we want to do is to bring in our subject. So we'll head on to the plus icon, and from gallery, and then we'll locate our subject and we'll bring it onto our design. So we'll locate our subject and we have it over here, and we'll just crop this a little bit, crop it, and we have it over here. So now that we have our subject, we want to change the color of the image from the color effect to a black and white color. So we head on to filter and then we'll drag the saturation all the way down and we'll increase the hue a little bit, and we have it there nicely, and we'll click on OK. So now that we have it here, we want to scale it up a bit. So that it matches the other images that we have there, and we'll position it over here nicely and we'll leave it there. Head on to the layers option and we'll hide it. Now that we have it, go to the plus icon and we'll go to shapes, and then we're going to position this shape over here like this nicely. Just drag it this way and we'll change the color to this, and we'll have it there nicely. So with that selected, we'll make a copy and then we'll bring it over here down like this, and we'll use the move tool or the positioning tool here, and we'll adjust it up a little bit because we don't want to leave any extra line. So we have it covered, and we'll also select this and we'll use the positioning tool and we'll shift it all the way like this, and we have it. So we'll select this again, I'll make a copy and then we'll position it over here as well. Position it over here and we have it there nicely. Select the move tool and we'll push it a bit further, and we have it there nicely. So we'll head on to our layers panel and then we'll reveal our subject. So you can see the effect there. So we'll just position our subject a bit so that we have a little of balance, and we have it there balanced. So we'll head on to the layers panel and we'll match the layers together. So we'll just match them together and we have it there nicely. So now that we have it there, we'll head on to erase color, and then we're going to erase the colors there. So we'll select the color picker tool and we'll select this orange color and we'll just check, and as you can see, we have our effect there nicely. So we check. So now that we have it there, we want to start arranging our subject on our design. So we use the grid tool to create an alignment. So we'll just bring this line downward a bit, bring this down, and we'll select this and we'll select the first subject and we'll use the positioning tool, and we'll like to push it all the way down this way. But first of all, let's merge it together. Let's have it merged together with this so that it allows us to move the two together. So we'll just merge this and we'll use the positioning tool to move it all the way to our line, and we have it there nicely. So we'll select this and we'll move it down all the way. We'll select this and we'll move it all the way down, and we'll select this as well and want to move it all the way down, and we have it nicely. So I want to reduce the space in between these to match up what we have, and we have it there nicely. So we'll remove the grid line and we'll select our text. We'll select our text so that we'll position them nicely. We'll have this over here, and we'll also position this over here nicely. So the next thing we want to add is the name for this person. So we'll head on to the plus icon and we'll head on to shapes, and then we'll have a shape here. We'll reduce the size and then we'll change the color to black and we'll click OK. So now that we have it, we want to make adjustment to it so that it fits in properly like the rest that we have there. So we'll reduce this all the way like this, and then we'll head on to opacity, and we'll drag the opacity all the way down to 75, and we'll click on OK, and we'll use the positioning tool to take it all the way up to match with what we have there, and we have it there, and we'll reduce it a bit, and we have it over there nicely. So the next thing we want to do is to add the name, and we're just going to add a random name. Head on to text and we'll add a random name, and the name for this subject is going to be John Wick. So we'll just use this name, and we'll head on to size, and we'll reduce the size of the text all the way to about 22, and we have it, and we'll take it all the way up to fit in. So we'll just reduce it a little bit so that it fits onto so we'll head on to the style, and then we'll bold this, and we'll use the positioning tool to position this properly on our design. So we have it over there, and we'll check, and we'll have it nicely. So we'll just group it with our subject so that it doesn't move, and we'll merge it together. Remember, before you merge anything on Pixellab, be sure it is properly done before you merge it, so that you don't have issues when you're trying to edit later. So the next thing we want to add is to add the join online, because it's going to be an online event. This event is just a fictional event, okay? So we're going to add the join online, and we have it there, and we'll head on to color. I want to change the color from what we have there to this color here, and we'll click OK. So we'll change the font from what we have to another font that I have installed here. So we use this orthography, that's the name of the font. So we have it there nicely, but as you can see, part of our font is cutting. So we'll select it, and we'll head on to padding, and we'll increase the padding on the left, and we'll click OK, and we have it nicely. So we'll position it over here, and since it's going to be an online event, we want to add the logo for YouTube and for Zoom. So I already have those logos here. I'll just bring it on top of my design, and I'll just reveal it, and I have it there nicely. I'll just bring it all the way down here, and I position it nicely here. Head on to the plus icon and add the next text, which is training. Okay, it is an online training session, so just add this text, training session, and we have it there nicely, and we'll click on OK. So we'll head on to size, and we want to reduce the size all the way down to about 25 pixels, and we'll position it over here. So we'll reduce the size again because it's looking a bit big and it's looking awkward there. So we'll just reduce it, and let's have it at 18 pixels, and we'll click on OK, and we'll go to style, and we want to bold it so that we have it bold. So we have it there, and we'll change the color from what we have to this version of red color here, and we'll check. So the next text we want to add is the future is digital, and that's like a kind of tagline. So we have it, and we'll just edit this, and we'll type the future is digital. So guys, if you're getting any value for this, kindly hit on the subscribe button, kindly give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other people, and kindly turn on the bell notification icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. So now that we have our text there, we'll head on to font, and want to change the font to something stylish, and we'll change it from here to something stylish, and we'll use this text better Saturday, so we have it there nicely. And then we'll change the color from what we have there to a black color. So we'll change the color from what we have to a black color. So head on to color and then black, and we have it there nicely, and we'll just take it up a bit and we have it there nicely. So the next thing we want to do is to add the register now button. So we'll head on to the plus icon and then we'll add a shape, and we'll have our shape and we'll just adjust it a little bit, and we'll increase the radius all the way to about 29, and we'll reduce this this way. Let's have a radius of 20 pixels, and we'll click on OK. So now that we have it, we'll bring it all the way down, and then we'll just reduce it a little bit, and then we'll change the color of this from what we have there to this variant of a red, and then we'll click OK. So now that we have it here, we want to position this over here. Head on to the plus icon, and then we'll type our text, and our text is going to be register now, and we have it there nicely. So we'll head on to size, and we'll reduce the size of this text all the way down to about 20, or let's use 22 pixels, and we'll have it there nicely. And we'll bring it onto our layer, and we have it there. So I want to select it and we'll make it a big bold. So we'll head on to style, and then we'll bold it, click on OK, and we'll use the positioning tool to position it nicely onto our shape. So we have it there nicely, and we'll check. So the next thing we want to add is to add an arrow indicator. Head on to the plus icon, and we'll head on to shapes, and we'll change this to a triangle, and we'll check, and we want to bring it all the way here, and we'll rotate it like this to have it over here. So we'll just change the angle to have it here, and we'll reduce it this way, and we'll make a duplicate of this, and we'll have it, and we'll bring it all the way here, and we'll use the positioning tool to position this properly on top of this, and we'll have it there nicely. So we'll just select the two, and then we'll group them together, we'll merge them together, and we'll head on to color, and then we'll change the color from that to this, and we'll have it there nicely. And then we'll bring it all the way down here, and we'll reduce it a bit, and we'll use the positioning tool to position it over here nicely. So we'll just position it here nicely, we'll reduce it a little bit, and then we'll position it nicely here, and we have it there, and we'll check. So the next one we want to add is to add the link we want people to connect to. Head on to the plus icon, and we'll add a text, and we're going to type, I'm going to type my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Emmanuel Inner, and we have it there nicely, and we'll click on OK. So the next thing we want to do is to reduce the size. We want to reduce the size, reduce it all the way down to about 24, and we have it over here nicely. And we'll change the color of this from what we have there to let's use this color here, and we have it there nicely. I will head on to style, and we'll bold this and we'll position it over here nicely. So the last thing we'll be adding to our design is the social media handle for this company. So I have it here already, and I'll just simply drag it onto my design and reveal it. So we have it here, and we'll drag it up all the way, and we have it here, and we'll just reveal it, and we'll have it there nicely. And we have it there nicely. So guys, as you can see, we have come to the end of this tutorial, and our design has turned out very nice. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon. Kindly give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.